this is Ruth, and today I've got a video on the Gatefold Shadow Frame box die set. So you'll notice this is the box, so it makes up the actual box that the little frames that I made before in a previous video fit into. That's this one. Now obviously these do fold flat and you can put a little belly band around them, but if you want to leave that open and bring that concertina side out, this is the box that fits in. So there's another little one there as well. I'll just let you see while it's sitting here. That's one I made into a little memory book. And I have some others as well. I still have those here. So this is the actual box that those fit into, but you can actually make this into a card as well. But you could have the box open at the front like this and put the card in open, or you can sort of block off part of it with a decorative panel at the front and then slip the card down in the back. So there's different ways of doing that, or in fact you can just use the box as a gift box without even putting the card inside. But the panels are absolutely gorgeous on here. I'll put the link to the other videos down below in the description, and obviously then if you haven't already subscribed, you might like to do that and hit the notification bell. You'll be able to see lots and lots of these videos, and obviously then when the next ones come up that sort of link back to others, you'll know where to find them. And don't forget, if you do enjoy this too, at the end to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment. Anyhow, back to this again. There are beautiful panels here that can be used on card making as well as for this box. They're really, really beautiful, and you could make little pockets for memory books out of all of these as well. But I'm just going to go and get some card out, and then I'll start to make this, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. I've cut out lots of this in white just to put the box together, and it's really, really easy. If you don't want to decorate it, or if you just want to put patterned paper on it, you can have this made up in just minutes. So you'll need to cut out two of these pieces. That's the back and the front, and I've burnished all those little score lines, and that's just with this large die here. And then you can cut out two of these pieces. Those go together to make the lid, and we have two side panels and a base, and really that's it, apart from the rest of the decoration that you want to put on it. So I'm going to hold on to this one just temporarily because I've already gone ahead and done some pattern making or decoration on the front of it. So first of all, I laid say this is the front panel now, and I laid this panel on top just for placement, and then I popped this one inside. I got the correct placement for those, and I took this one off again and I ran that through the die cutting machine like that. This low tack tape from Tonic, the low tack die tape, is fantastic for that. I quite often use some of my own high tack tape because if I've got multiple dies going through at the one time, I just really need a lot of grip, but that is fantastic for using on white card or on mirror card or anything like that that you don't want marked. It's so fine and so delicate. Anyhow, I have then cut that pattern through, and you can see there I have left that so that it can open, but it's really just a hint of opening that I want on it. Then I've taken a piece of acetate and I have attached that on the back of that with high tack tape, and that's my front panel. Then I've gone back to the large rectangle and I have cut that one out in blue. I have taken this die and the arch one as well, this one here, and I've cut both of those together in silver card and back that onto the blue, and that has given me this lovely panel here, which I can now glue on right around this, and that's the front of the box ready. Moving on to the two side panels, then I have cut two pieces out with this die. So I've got one here and one here. Then I have cut this panel out with blue cards. That's Arctic blue. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but that's Arctic blue and chrome silver high gloss mirror card. Then on the two of these together. So that's the mirror card with these two, and I glued that directly on top. And then I can go ahead and glue this panel right onto the side there. So you'll know that the glue tab has to be at the bottom there, and make sure your pattern's facing the right way up then. And you'll probably notice that if you're anything like me, you'll not want to part with the little hearts that come from that. I'll just show you here. There's some hearts, tiny ones that come out of here and the big one here, and I'm sure I'll not be the only one who will keep those aside to use in some other project, because I know all you crafty people are like. There we are, that's the 2 side panels done. Now for the lid, you'll have to cut out 2 pieces like this, and I have another one somewhere here. There it is. And all we need to do is turn that over like that, glue one on top of the other, just like so. And then you can go ahead and add all those decorative pieces that you can cut out with the die set for the top of that. So again, you'll see that I've cut out the background in blue, and I've used this here for here. I've got another one of those, and this one goes on here, and then I've got this lovely panel again to go on there. So I'll glue all of those together while that's flat, and then all I need to do then is glue this on here, this onto the glue tab, and the same in there, and tuck that in, and there's the little lid. Now we can attach all these panels together, and don't forget to make sure that the tops are all flat and the glue tabs are at the bottom there. So you can go ahead and glue this one. This is the front. Doesn't that look lovely? We can attach that on there. It's easier to do it that way actually. So you can actually see where it lines up. And then this one on here, and the back panel on here. At this point then, if you want to go ahead and just make a box with it and not add anything else into it, you would simply glue that tab together and then put your base on here, and your lid would fit right over the top, and that would be it. But if you want to then you could actually just put your little card or whatever you have down inside there as well. But if you want to add some extra detail in here, or make that the card itself, you can go ahead with some of these extra panels. And this is the one that I've cut out for the inside, but it's exactly the same as the back and the front, and it needs to be the same because it's going to glue directly on here. So all you would do then is pop that on there. See where that glue tab just ends there? You can glue that one right down there, and you can go ahead, you could even cut out the patterns the way I've done in previous videos, and I'll actually link those down below as well. You could go ahead and do that too, but what I'm going to do is just pop that on there, line it up with the top, line it up with the bottom, and make sure that the glue tab just runs right down there, and leave that for a minute or two. You can sort of help it on its way with a bone folder. Now that's going to be visible through here, so I don't necessarily want that to be plain white, although as I said before, you could use some of the cutting dies from the other sets. You know, you could use maybe some of these ones and have them in cut straight into that card. But I thought this was rather nice paper here. This is, I think it's a Trimcraft paper. I can't just remember the name, but I'll put it on the screen anyway, on the top there. And I'm going to go ahead and pop that in there. And I think that lovely cloudy thing looks really, really nice on there. It could be either. It could be the cloud with the rainbows, but I think we'll go for the clouds. It's more in keeping, that colourful sort of rainbow isn't really in keeping with the silver that's on there. It's a wee little bit more elegant than all the different colours that are on that, so we'll go with that one. Now, if you can imagine that you have multiple layers on there, if you want, you could actually just have the one, but if you have multiples, you're going to butt the next one up to that glue tab exactly the same way as I have butted this one up. And then we're just going to put glue on this tab here, just right down there. Now if you have extra layers on there, just do exactly the same thing with those, and then turn this one in like that, and you can put glue right down there, and then with this one pointing inwards and this one facing inwards, move the card over like that and just press that down, and there you are. Just hold it, but just make sure that it's firmly in place and all that glue has grabbed before you try to move it again. And you can help that as well with your little bone folder right down there. Then when you open that up and have a look in, you can see that that's perfectly spaced right across there, as would every consecutive layer if you have added any more of them in. And all you need to do now then is fold this over, put glue on these tabs. You could actually have cut that bottom one off if you wanted, but you can put glue on all of these and put glue right on there and put the base on. You can press those little glue tabs down on the inside then with your bone folder or just whatever you have that would fit there, but the bone folder works well. There's lots of room then for the little card, and I've still got the belly band on that one because you can see there, I just wanted to show you that you can pop that forward. You could put another one of these layers in behind here, and then you could put a gift card or something in there as well. And there you are, there you have it. It's as easy as that. Don't forget, if you want to check out how to add the layers and have all of this dimensional into this here, you can just check out the video which I'll link below for that card, but you could add those pieces in here in the same way as I've done there. Just cut the layers right through there and that would look really beautiful as well. But for now I'm going with this box here, and that can go inside. Then I wanted to show you how you could make a card from those dies as well. So I've taken the pieces that cut out the back and the front of this one, and it had two glue tabs on here and here, as well as the one that I've left on here. So I've trimmed those off really flush with the guillotine, and I've folded this one back in and burnished it really well. I'll just do that again just to make sure. And then I've taken another piece exactly the same and cut all of the glue tabs off on it. So the other piece then has been decorated in exactly the same way as I've done for the front of this box, except that I've used a different die. So that's the one with the heart on it instead of this little one, and all of these obviously can be mixed and matched. And all I need to do now then is put glue down there, and you've got a beautiful card that matches the box. You've got a card that you could even add inside the box or whatever, but everything is perfectly coordinated then, and everything is exactly the right size, because this die then is exactly the same size as the box because it's the same one we used for it. And there you are, a beautiful little card. And I've used the little debossing die there. So I actually, this is a different one. This one says thank you, but it's the same principle. This one has enjoy your day on it. So I have taped this down onto a piece of silver card, and I've run that through the die cutting machine first, and then laid this one over the top and cut it out, and then I just glued it on there, and that looks, well, I think that's really lovely. Now I've put the little seam of the card on the inside there. You could actually do it the other way around and then even put it onto the back, and if you wanted you could put another piece of card over the top of that and cover it up completely. But that's that. Then lastly, a bookmark. Now I don't know about you, but I've still got quite a few friends who love reading books. They're not really into Kindles and stuff. They just like their a hand-on book, a book in their hands, and they love bookmarks. So I tend to make quite a lot of bookmarks. I have them around and I just give them out as gifts, and I have lots of people who really appreciate that. So there we are, and that's just a little bit needs lifted off there. So it's basically just the same thing as I've done on the side panels here. Just remove the lid and you can see it's basically just a side panel with the tab cut off at the bottom, and then I've punched a hole in the top and put a little ribbon in there. And then the piece that came out from the inside of here, I've just decorated that as well. One layer and then the other one on top of that, punched a hole, and we've got either a little gift tag or another little bookmark or whatever you want. There you are, all done, and I hope you've enjoyed that. And obviously I should have put this in as well just to show you that this all coordinates, but Do you know, I love the blue and silver together. That Arctic blue is really gorgeous, and the chrome silver against the white looks really, really elegant, I think, anyway. And I hope you agree. Let me know in the comments down below what colours you would have used for that. Do you like this kind of... I think blue and silver are really classy and elegant looking together. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along yet again. And don't forget, if you haven't already done it, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I'd really, really appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it and leave me a little comment. My affiliate links, as usual, will be down below in the description. So if anybody wants to buy anything that I've used here, you'll find that down below there. And I'll get a little commission on that, but it won't cost you anything extra. So thank you so, so much for all of that. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye bye.